We say thank you, God, for your grace and mercy over this land, God. Thank you for everyone that you gave the strength to come out today. Lift up the preacher, and we thank you for the word. And I thank you that, Lord, you've given me the word for me. I just pray that you help us today to leave here better than we came. May the man decrease and may the spirit increase. We pray all in Jesus' name. And everyone said amen. 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 The theme for today is, and this is my own personal testimony, I'm having dinner at the enemy's house. I'm having dinner at the enemy's house. I'll leave the scriptures up there. Get that scripture up there. About Psalms 23. Huh? Been around a long time, hasn't it? Even if you're in the world, you know about Psalm 23. Probably heard it at a funeral. You heard it somewhere. The Lord is going to talk to us today from Psalm 23. It's all right if you remain seated. So let's read the entire thing together. All right? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. Give God a praise for that. You know, when you think about the theme and going to dinner, if you're going to go to dinner, more than likely you've been invited, right? There's been an invitation. Don't get me wrong, you can just pop up somewhere and they might be eating, but they're going to invite you to join them. Amen? I know if you come to my house, whether we have dinner or not, you're going to eat something. Sometimes my wife will say, well, honey, I got to get to the store. We don't have much in the house. And somebody will stop by and all of a sudden I'm looking on the table. I'm like, where all this food come from? But she will take whatever's in there and get something together. Right? But to conclude on that, we are talking about if I'm invited somewhere to dinner, it's a whole different ballgame to be invited to the enemy's house. Right? Because what we're talking about here today is Jesus is giving us an invitation to the enemy's house. And if we reread verse 5, we can see that. Let's reread verse 5. Are you there? You should have your Bibles out now, right? It says, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. That's interesting, isn't it? Right? We really need to look at this particular scripture because this is my testimony today. And you're going to find that when you get an invite by Jesus to the enemy's house to have dinner, there's going to be some major promotions. Hallelujah. Major promotions will be coming. And I want to talk to you about, there's a couple things he mentions in verse 5. He talks about a table. Right? And the word table, the Hebrew word is soham. S-U-L-H-N. And the reason why I'm giving you the Hebrew is because this is not your typical dinner. king's table, right? This is for private use only. These are for special guests. And he's telling you now, he's preparing a table in the presence of our enemy, right? And then the word presence, talk about the presence, what we're talking about here now, the word is paneim, P-A-N-I-Y-M. That's the Hebrew word for presence. And it means the face, or the face as it turns. I mean, the enemy watches everything we do, right? That's why we have to be careful of some of the things we're saying, right? Because he can't discern your heart, but he can watch your language. He can watch the way you move and your gestures, but he doesn't know what's going on, because the scripture says that God alone knows man's hearts, right? But he will study us. But it says here now, in his presence, we're talking about his face as it moves. See, the enemy can watch me all he wants, but my God has provided the protection. If you get up every day and you put him first, if he is your shepherd, you don't have to worry about the face, because God will prepare a table in the presence of your enemy, right? And now, the problem now is we never want to be sitting at the enemy's table, and Jesus didn't invite you there. Okay. Some of us, you ain't strong enough to go around folks that's doing drugs. You ain't strong enough to go around the alcohol. You ain't strong enough to go around that man you know God has told you to get away from. You're not strong enough to hang around with the crowd. See, we have to be careful. If Jesus don't invite you in, you have no business being there. Right? I can recall a time when I wasn't strong. And there were certain things I was bound to. And I thank God that he took them things away from me. How many can say today, God has taken some things from me? He took that addiction. He took those emotions, that anger. He took that anxiety. He is able to take it. And I'll tell you, back in my senior year, I struggled with weed. Struggled. And sometimes it's better to give it up before God has to come take it. Because if he got to come take it, it ain't going to be pretty. So you might as well just give it up. But give it up now, rather than him come take it. And I remember the Lord delivered me.
Hallelujah.
I've been free for about 20 plus 30, I don't know how long it's been, but he delivered me. So now, when he invites me someplace where there's weed, I can prepare a table.
Yes.
Or he can prepare the table for me, right? Because I'm strong enough to go there, right? Lustful behavior patterns. I thank God I've been delivered. My wife is my source. She's my energy. She's my everything. It wasn't always that way. How many remember the days when you wandered with your sight? Yeah, some of us still struggling. But I thank God that he has delivered me. But I know for sure I'm not going to put myself in a position where there's pornography on. I'm not going there. Right? I'm not gonna sit at the enemy's table, and Jesus didn't take me there. Because certain things I'm not strong enough to be around. So we have to be careful now. If Jesus don't invite you to the dinner, you don't need to be there. Right? Now, this invitation does not come overnight. When we talk about being invited to have dinner in the presence, in the face of the enemy, it doesn't come overnight. And we're going to look at the process, which is in verses 1 through 4. All right? And let's look at these verses, and we're going to get now the process. Because there's a process. Jesus is not just going to invite you to dinner. He's not going to give you these promotions. We have to now follow the process. Okay? Look at verse 1. He says, read it with me. The Lord is my shepherd. All right, we're going to start right there. Is he your shepherd?
Yes.
We would say that he's my shepherd. But then there are times, can you give me that first image? It should be, now this is a picture of us. does have a shepherd somewhere. But he didn't wander off somewhere. Right? I mean, every sheep has a shepherd. But this is a picture of some of us. Some of us, Jesus is shepherd most of the time, but every now and then, there we go. Right? If you say, he's my shepherd, he needs to be your shepherd every day, every step, every thought, everything you do. Now, you say, well, I'm doing pretty good. Well, yeah, but have you been invited to have dinner at the enemy's house? Has he prepared a table? Yeah. You're talking about, he's my shepherd. I think we have to look at some of the areas where we drift. And trust me, I used to have those areas. I woke up, and I knew the Lord, and I'd go to church, and, when I lift up my hands, but during the week, there were areas in my life where he was not my shepherd. So when we say the Lord is my shepherd, you got to look at those areas where he was saying, now come on now, give me that area. And this is not, y'all, a spanking message. I'm just trying to tell you that I have put my trust in Jesus. He is my shepherd. And I am now been invited to dinner at the enemy's house. And there's a beautiful table prepared for me. It has not been easy. I'm saying, what areas are we wandering? Now, obviously, my man, and what happens when we wander? We get lost. Right? How many times have I wandered and found myself lost? Right? That's why the flesh needs to sit down. Right? The spirit and the flesh, they war constantly, don't they? But if the flesh is in charge, you're going to find yourself wandering from the shepherd. And if you wander from the shepherd, you lose your protection. Right? Right? The Lord is my shepherd. Then he goes on to say, I shall not want. The word want there now is talking about lack. I shall not lack. Hallelujah. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what the storm feels like. If he's your shepherd, you will not lack anything. Yes. I promise you, he'll make a way out of no way. I promise you, he'll come through if you hold on. I promise you, he will answer if you stand your ground. Right? I shall not want. If the Lord is truly my shepherd, if I'm giving him those areas, if I'm going to say, okay, Lord, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to put me on the cross. I'm going to trust you. You will not lack. See, now, if he's not your shepherd, then I promise you there'll be some lack. But the writer here, David is saying, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Right? Then he goes on, so we're talking about a process that will position us to have dinner in the enemy's house. Learning that the Lord is my shepherd and praising him for what I do have. Thank you. Some of us are complaining, some of us are not happy, some of us want more, but God has been good. Amen. He has provided. Yes. Has he not provided? Yes. Right? Yes. So now if you keep praising you, yes, because he's your shepherd, and I shall not want, I do not lack, I may not have what I used to have, but I'm still blessed. Amen. Thank you. A shepherd, so I shall not want. I'm not lacking anything. I'm going to praise him for the car. It may not be the car, but I'm going to praise him for the car. I'm going to praise him for the house. I'm going to praise him for the clothes I have. You know, y'all sisters, y'all got rules now. Oh, it's a wedding coming up. I have nothing to wear. All of a sudden, y'all ain't got nothing to wear. I've been trying to figure that out for years. I'm moving in there. Closet full of clothes. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to go there, y'all. Hey, but you keep buying yourself whatever you want, man. The point I'm making is, just know that you're blessed. Count it all joy. You're blessed. Well, my husband may not. Well, thank God for your husband. For my wife, well, thank God. Well, you know what? I've been by myself too long. Well, praise him for your wife that's coming. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. Right? Now, this, give me that next. Hallelujah. Boy, that looks good, don't it? That looks good. But see, what really the psalmist is saying there now, because green grass, this only happened in winter and spring. So when you got into summer and fall, the shepherd had to move the sheep. So we talk about he maketh me lie down, or he allows me to lie down. That means now that I'm content in the season that I'm in. Because every now and then God's got to move you. You know what I mean? Sometimes, at some point in time, this grass was going to be brown and not useful. Sometimes our seasons feel like God is doing nothing, like this is just a dry season. Praise Him anyhow, because I guarantee you, He's still providing. Even though He's moving you, He's providing for you. It may be a dry season, but it's a good season. Yes. See, I learned to bless the Lord at all times. Yes, sir. To keep His praises continually in my mouth, regardless of the season I'm in. Yes. Right? He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He's going to figure out a way to bless you even in your dry season. Yes. Oh, hallelujah. So now we're still talking about preparation for dinner. So now, what season are you in right now? If you talk to Sister Terry, she would tell you she has been in the season of God's fruitfulness. Amen. She has seen years, 10, 12 years of just trusting and battling and being in darkness and clouds and things not seen. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it starts to rain. You know, rain is coming because He maketh me lie down in green pastures. It doesn't matter how dry the season is. He's still God. I praise Him right now in the midst of, I dare you, in your God. He's right. Let us not grow weary. Galatians 6 and 9. Let us not grow weary well doing, for in due season ye shall reap, if ye faint not. Right? Then he goes on to say, He leads me beside the still waters. You know something about still waters. When I was going through, how many of us, when we've been through some rough challenges, will go and spend time at the beach? You know what I mean? I don't know, maybe I'm one of the few, but when I was going through the darkest times of my life, I would go down to the beach and just sit by the water. It just was soothing. But because I lived in Lakewood, every now and then I would go over to the lake. And the lake is different than the ocean, because the ocean, the water's moving. But when you sit at the lake, the water's still. You know what I mean? It's not moving. And I find that, yes, it's soothing at the ocean, but the waves are just moving. But when you're by the lake, the waters are